Welcome into Boulder, Colorado for this evening's WWCHA matchup between the University of Colorado Buffaloes and the cross-state rivals Colorado State Rams. Joe Paris and Derek Michelson here in the CU Boulder Rec Center ice surface for the beginning of the rivalry, the first rivalry contest of the year between the Buffs and the Rams. Derek, people still filing in for what is rivalry night in Boulder. The women's team, CU versus CSU, will face off here momentarily, and then the men's right after. I'm excited. This is going to be a fun evening.
Yeah, Joe, it should be a lot of fun. We got a good crowd already followed in, like you said, and even more on their way. Some of the men's teams up in the bleachers kind of watching some of the women skate for a little while, and they'll probably head into their locker rooms in just a little bit because immediately following this game they'll take the ice also against CSU. So it's a all-night Friday night rivalry night, Joe.
And we're going to announce the starting lineups for you. We'll start for the visiting Colorado State Rams. In net tonight will be number 30, Megan Nelson. Starting at defense will be number 6, Nellie Brown. She'll be joined by number 15, Hannah Smolowski. At left wing will be number 14, Molly O'Neill. She'll be joined by the centerman, Avery Kaufman. And the right winger tonight. Well, Derek, we don't have the right winger.
We do not, no.
We don't have the starting right winger. We only have the starting 4. I guess we'll have to figure out who the 5th was. I guess that wasn't given to us on our sheet. But we have all 5 for the Buffaloes. Starting in net tonight for the Buffaloes will be number 1, Claudia Eschke. Starting for the Buffaloes tonight, number 8, Leah MacArthur. Number 11, Ellie Dice. Number 15, Whitney Thomas. Number 19, Kay Sitterly. And running up the top 5 will be number 9, Kelsey Abila. Derek, you caught up with Coach Hazelton before the matchup. What'd she have to say?
Yeah, she just said, I thought we were going to get the national anthem there for a second, but we got a little more time. But all she basically said was, CSU's really only graduated 2 people from last year, so they're still a very strong team. And CU's expecting them to be that strong. They're not coming into this thinking that they might have a leg up or anything like that. They know they have a fight on their hands. And on the CU side, she said that she's really honestly very proud of how the freshman Buffaloes are coming along there. They're getting a lot of production from them. Doing a good job just kind of getting acclimated to the college level.
We're going to step aside for the singing of the national anthem, and then we'll be back with Face-Off. Don't go anywhere. You're tuned into University of Colorado Women's Hockey. Well, we're set for action. It's hockey night in Boulder. Joe Paris, Derek Michelson here with you for this contest. And Derek, the last time out we had Colorado taking on Lindenwood Bellevue, one of the top teams in the country. They gave them a fight but came up short. What do you think they can do differently here tonight?
Tonight I think a lot of it's going to be on how these freshmen come out and respond against in-state rival CSU. Like I was saying there just before the national anthem, that head coach Jamie Hazelton, she really thinks that the freshmen are one of the strongest aspects of this team this year. And, of course, they have a lot of good, strong leadership up with some of the upperclassmen for CU. But to come out on top tonight, it seems like a lot of their reliance is going to be on some of the underclassmen and see how they react in this first really high-pressure game.
I think the difference tonight really is going to be Alex Moore and Kay Sitterly. They had a little bit of a quiet game against Lindenwood Bellevue, and it was Marissa Danos that actually really picked up the lead for Colorado. She had 2 goals back a few weekends ago at home. Here is a Sunday morning game. Is a high-paced, back-and-forth game. I don't think it'll match what this one will be, because with any rivalry game, it's always a lot of fun. There's always a little extra out there.
Yep, doesn't matter how good or bad one of the other teams is. It all gets thrown out the window in rivalry night.
We're underway in Boulder. Thank you for joining us. MacArthur will win the face-off for Colorado. Joe Paris and Derek Michelson here with you on the broadcast team, and Ansley Guthrie is shooting the game here on the Friday night action. Rec Center, beautiful Boulder, Colorado. CSU traveling, I guess, about close to an hour from Fort Collins for this contest. The 2 teams will play again on Sunday at the Budweiser Event Center. And CSU comes in 3-0-1. They're second in the WWCHL with 7 points. They only trail Lindenwood Bellevue. Puck will come through the neutral zone and be picked up by Kelsey Abila. Abila will wrap it in around the boards, and the Buffs will go off for their first change. The Rams will have it deep in their defensive zone. It'll be played out to center ice where Marissa Danos will touch it forward. The Rams will play it forward, though. It'll be Sarah Peterson. Peterson comes in. She'll slot it in on net, and Claudia Eschke will stay on top of it. And against Lindenwood Bellevue, Claudia Eschke had a really good morning. She didn't come out with the victory, but she made some big saves that kept Colorado in that game.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes all you can ask of your goaltenders is just to try to keep you in the game. You know, it's really hard to ask your goaltenders to win that game for you. Obviously, they can't really score goals too easily. I don't think many have, but in situations like this, just making those couple key saves when you need to could be the difference.
Waddle will take it deep into the corner. She'll be met up along the boards before it comes out to the blue line, where it'll be sent in. Going into the corner for it was Kat O'Leary, one of the captains. She'll send it around the other way. Comes out to the point now for Renee Dreher. Dreher will dump it in deep. Chasing after it will be O'Leary. O'Leary will push up against the boards as it's controlled by Emily Mahana. And a shot on that will be ground there by the goaltender, Megan Nelson. A good first rush, though, for Colorado. They get the first real shot on net. Colorado State slid it towards Eskew, and I'm not sure if they'll give him a shot on net for that one.
I think they probably will, because, I mean, technically the rule is if it's inside that red frame, it counts as a shot on goal. But both teams have had their own rush, and hopefully settle in. The referee slip on the puck there.
Moore will center in front. A backhander goes just wide. On the doorstep was Sitterly. She couldn't convince that puck to sneak inside the red post. And the Rams will break out of their own zone. Leading the rush. And up the ice come the Rams. Buffaloes will take it over in down low. Leah MacArthur for Colorado will send it out to the blue line. Trying to keep it in there was Sitterly, but it'll be jammed right back into the zone by Mahana. Mahana calling for it at the point. Deflected away by Ellie Dice. Picked off the other way now by MacArthur. MacArthur looking for a pass. She'll connect with Sitterly. Sitterly will read the lush. You got a 3-on-1. It'll be taken away from her. Sitterly, though, still battling, and she'll send it in deep and go off for a change. Onto the scene, though, will be Monica Patton. Patton in the corner. We'll have the puck sent away from her. Coming in from the blue line, though, will be Dreher. Dreher sends it into the corner again. Chasing will be Patton. Hit up against the wall. And kick free. Here come the Rams. Chipped up the ice. Intended for Molly O'Neill. The left winger will take it in the corner. Broken up, though, by Colorado in down low. It'll be chipped over to Patton. Patton will play it against the glass. Trying to swing at it will be Patton again. Patton will handle back in. Looking for a pass. Wrapped around the boards the other way. Through some traffic to Renee Dreher. She'll be forced up against the boards. Devin Sebbett will try to get it from her. A shot on that is a save by Eskew. And corrals out of the Erica by Monica Patton, but turned over again to the high slot. Shot on net kicked away by Renee Dreher. Dreher will play it against the front of her bench. And the puck will squirt over the blue line into the neutral zone. And the Rams will have to reset. Sam Lowski, though, for Colorado State will set it over the line. Repoked out to center ice for O'Leary. O'Leary will try to chase after it. Dumped in by Avery Kaufman. Eskew will have the puck slide in front of her. She'll send it over, though, to Abila. Abila from behind her own net with 16:26 remaining in our opening period. We're scoreless from Boulder. Pinched in at the blue line by Sierra Dell. Into the corner it goes for Hannafy. Hannafy has it taken away from her, though, by Allie McGuire. McGuire to the far side. This time it will be Dell. Dell loses it through the slot as Danos will poke at it for Colorado, but the Rams will battle to keep it right back in. Slung in by Alex Pita. Pila for Colorado will play it up to the blue line. Keeping in, though, again at the defensive point will be Dell. Colorado deep in their own zone again.
Colorado just looking like they're playing a step behind right now, Joe. They look like they're just trying to catch up. I'm not sure how much of that might be a skill difference versus potentially, like I said, that young talent for Colorado. Maybe just a little nervous, timid, trying not to make a mistake in these first 5 minutes here of the game, since it is such a high-pressure game.
And our whistle will come out to center ice. 0-0 game. Derek, though, evaluate. I mean, how do you think both teams came out?
So far, I mean, I think CSU is coming out aggressive. They're trying to attack. I think they know that, we've already said it 3 times, I feel like I'm a broken record, but I think they know that Colorado has a lot of youth on their team, and I think they're trying to take advantage of that. Because Colorado State, if you remember, only graduated 2 people from their roster last year, so they're a very experienced and veteran team. And so they're trying to take advantage with their experience and poise versus Colorado's inexperience so far in the early going. Hopefully try to maybe sneak one on the board and have that early advantage. And in Colorado, they're not doing a bad job. I think all they have to do is just settle themselves a little bit and maybe start playing a little more aggressively, picking it up, trusting themselves, trusting their skates and what they've been taught and learned their entire careers. And I think they'll be able to do just fine.
Picked up by Alex Moore. She'll bring it in one-on-one. Moore fires one on net. And the goaltender, Megan Nelson, will hang on for the save. A good rush, though, by Moore.
Yeah, definitely. She came in strong, and that's what you want to see. If a team's coming out and attacking you, you want to hit them right back, and that's what Moore just did right there.
Deep in the Colorado zone. And they'll try to win that one back. It'll be pushed over across the slot, backhanded on net. And Nelson will make the save and play it to the corner. Battling along the trenchers. It'll be pushed in by the Buffs by Alyssa Wada. To the corner it goes. Danos will try to play back to Wada. Danos had it at her skates momentarily. Center around the boards. And out to the blue line. Maria King will take it for the Rams. She'll bring it in over the blue line. She'll send one on net. Eskew will block her that one against the glass. Chasing there will be Whitney Thomas. Thomas has it sent across the ice now to Danos. To the blue line it goes. In the neutral zone is Samlowski. Actually, a fun fact, Samlowski actually grew up playing hockey with Monica Patton in Steamboat, Colorado.
Okay.
So hopefully they'll get an opportunity to maybe go one-on-one against the boards.
Yeah.
It's always fun when you grow up playing with someone and someone goes to Colorado State and someone goes to the University of Colorado and you finally get a matchup on the ice out there.
Yeah, match up against each other and see who's, everybody always talks in practice about who's better, but you actually have a chance to prove it out here for once.
Alex Moore will chip it in and go after it. She'll be met up against the boards by Sierra Dell. Dell will come out of the corner with it. She'll send it over to O'Neill. O'Neill against the boards. Sends it out to center ice where it's poked right back in by Renee Drever. Colorado is offside, so they'll have to clear, giving the Rams some time and space. It'll be deflected off the stick of O'Neill and come all the way down the ice. Referee will call off his icing call with 13 minutes remaining in our first period. Patton against the boards. She'll escape the predicament as the puck will come free close to the crease of Eskew. Patton looks to carry it. She'll move it to the left side to Devin Sevitt. From center ice, it'll be blasted in deep. First one to it will be Patton. Patton goes down, but still plays it from her knees to Kay Sitterly. Sitterly, who just came onto the ice, alongside Leah MacArthur. MacArthur's pass is taken away by the Rams. And up the ice comes Colorado State.
Colorado hasn't seemed like they've been able to set up in their offense yet. Down in their zone, maybe try to get one of those longer possessions in. Right now, they're just basically getting one or two skaters in, taking a good shot. If they get a rebound, great. If not, they're just playing it how it comes, going back on defense. So if they can set up in the offense and maybe get that possession, that might calm a nerve or two, and they may be able to compete a little harder against CSU.
Abila for Colorado will put it into the zone, but it will be immediately pushed back the other way by Mahana. Met up right at center ice. Mahana will go to work against Dice. Dice will get it out of there momentarily as the Rams now will lead the rush in. A shot from the outside will be gloved by Claudia Eskew. 11:41 remaining in our first period. Scoreless in Boulder. Joe Paris and Derek Michelson here with you on Friday Night Rivalry. NBC has Wednesday Night Rivalry. We'll see you. Boulder has Friday Night Rivalry broadcast for you.
That we do.
Puck will be free. Danos will chase after it, but it's sent the other way by the Rams. That would have been a 2-on-1 if Patton could have caught up for that one. We're still looking for that first big opportunity of the game. Trevor from her own zone will play it to Hannafy. Hannafy will be chased down on the play, though, by Peterson. Peterson on an aggressive forecheck will force the pass for Colorado. Turned over, though, as Brown will come in. The defense will center one in front, and a kick save by Eskew.
Great save there. That was a really dangerous opportunity for the Rams. Had a great open look right in front there.
Danos is going to bring it in. She's got a 2-on-1 with Hannafy. Danos fires one that goes just outside. Hannafy will chase after it, though. Wada backhands it. Puck will come all the way back to the Colorado blue line where the alternate captain, Whitney Thomas, will pick it up. She'll exchange with Patton as Patton will lead the rush over now to Moore. Moore over the line. She'll send one on net. Gloved by Nelson, and she'll hang on as she's sprayed by some crashing Buffaloes.
Yep. I'm not sure on that fast break for Colorado that Danos saw. She had a trail come in behind her. I think that was a better opportunity than the shot that she might have taken on that one. could have had a better look and possibly a goal there. But Colorado remained in control of the puck nonetheless, was able to get a good shot there with Moore. Moore's a really fast skater, too. That's something to watch out for. She's one of the quicker ones on the ice out here. So one thing she might do if she gets that puck and she's carrying it in, she might try to dump it to a corner and chase it down. And there's a lot of times where she'll beat opposing players to that puck and be able to maintain possession.
10:34 remaining in our scoreless opening period. The Rams will bring it up the ice. Sending out will be Dell. It'll be jumped in by Amanda Gashik. Backhanded behind, though, for the Buffaloes again. Both teams doing a really good job, really not allowing the team below the dots to get in close. Nope. Leading the rush will be Devin Sevitt. She'll blast one from just outside the blue line. And staying on top of it will be Megan Nelson. Nelson's looked good. She's faced more shots than SQ, and she stopped every single one.
She has. A lot of the shots, though, have been just kind of some of those get it in and see if she gives up her rebound shots. You got to be careful with those. Joe, I know we've talked in the past about this, but one of my biggest pet peeves, just playing sports, watching sports, anytime there's a goalie, if you give them too many easy shots, just kind of easy dumps right into their chest, you give them a lot of confidence. And you got to be careful because that's a dangerous thing to do if you just give them all the confidence in the world. They may not even let one in the entire game, even some of the actual better shots.
Mahana will send it all the way down. Buffaloes will be the first one to get there. It'll be played off the boards to MacArthur. MacArthur will exchange. Now Dice. Dice has it poked away from her at the last second, so the Buffaloes will have to recoil into their own zone. With it will be Dreher. Dreher will advance it to Sitterly, and Sitterly will poke it in softly. A bad change for Colorado. It's going to be a rush for McGuire. McGuire sends one just outside the post. Dangerous bad change there for Colorado. Could have led to a CSU scoring chance. Kept in the zone, though, by the Rams. Looking for a pass is Simlowski. To the boards it goes again. McGuire in deep should be met up with Dreher. Dreher will poke it away. O'Leary for Colorado on the high slot, trying to battle there. Down low it goes. Wada from behind the net. She looks to handle around three defenders. And finally does get it out to center ice to Alex Moore. Mickey Harcrow will try to get it out of the neutral slot area as the puck will be dumped in deep by Colorado with 8:49 remaining in our first period. Scoreless. Still waiting. Out to center ice it comes. It's Molly O'Neill. O'Neill has it poked away by Moore. To Danos it goes. Danos tries to chip it through the neutral zone, but it'll be knocked down by a back-checking Molly O'Neill. Danos will softly put one into the corner and go off for a change. Moore on the forecheck. She'll meet up against the boards by Amanda Gashuk, who will advance it forward. Kept by Colorado with Whitney Thomas. Thomas will send it to glass the boards. Moore from her own blue line tries to advance it through the neutral zone. Will ping off of a few stakes. Thomas will case back to it. Patton moves it along to Kaufman. Kaufman, the starting center, will play it out to the blue line. It's Brown who sends one wide. Gashik, though, will grab the rebound. She'll cycle it back into the corner. Rams look to go to work. Sends in behind. First one to it will be Caitlin Hannafy. Hannafy, though, will be met up by O'Neill. From her knees, though, she'll get it out of there. 7:42 remaining in our first period. Colorado will break out of their own zone. A good move. And here comes Colorado. Hannafy tries to go 1-on-2. She's got a cutting Ellie Dice with her. Pass intended for Dice is just off the mark. To the corner it goes. Dice will finesse it in around the boards. Looking for a pass to Sitterly, who fires one, and it goes just off the pad of Nelson.
Great chance there, Joe. Great chance.
From the outside, it's blocked off the skate of Chandler Art. It'll be sent in on net on SQ. She got it to the boards, and a funny play. It'll come off the boards and right into her glove, so we'll have a stoppage in play.
Alert play by her, not letting that puck drop back down in front. Had a CSU player right at her feet. If that puck would have dropped down, could have slapped it into the net potentially there. So heads up play there by Colorado.
7:09, first period action. Colorado versus Colorado State, the rivalry, the best rivalry in the state, no doubt. On any playing surface, academics, even alumni go after each other.
Yep.
These two schools have a very good rivalry. Colorado, very lucky state to have really two good institutions inside the state. Patton will chase after it. At the last second, though, Art will poke it away from her. Art with possession. Plays it off the back of Danos, and it will be kept in by Colorado. It's O'Leary. O'Leary in the corner will be chased down low by Harcrow. Out of the corner, the puck will come to Danos, who tries to fire one. backhanded by O'Leary, and jumping on top of it will be Nelson.
Definitely seeing a lot of pucks go our way there, Nelson is. Doing a good job, though, staying in front of them, staying on top of them, making Colorado really, really work. Smart shots is what Colorado's going to have to take if they want to put one past her. Can't just hope one gets by her tonight, Joe. That's what it looks like anyway.
6:36 remaining in our first period. Shot off the stick of Hannafy was deflected in front, into the corner it goes. Sitterly will come after it for Colorado. Down in the trenches with her, I think that was MacArthur who sends one in front, and it escapes all the way out to Dreher at the blue line. Dreher will go in down low. Backhanded away to the other side for Sitterly, waiting for it there. Sitterly tries to navigate through some traffic. She'll slap at one as the puck will go to the corner. MacArthur down low with Dice. Dice tries to center it for Sitterly, but it was broken up. Rams will lead the rush 2-on-2 the other way. Referee's got his hand up. Another referee will say no icing. Peterson from the corner for the Rams. She'll look to cycle it. Against the boards it goes. Samlowski will chip it out all the way to the neutral zone. Nellie Brown will take it over 1-on-4. She'll chip it into the corner and be the first one to it. The defenseman all the way down in deep as her Ram teammates will go off for a change. Brown trying to get it in low. Finally poked away, and Alex Moore will go. Moore's play will be deflected all the way back deep into the defensive zone for the Rams. Samlowski will play it out to the blue line, kept there by Devin Sevitt. Broken up against the boards. Played through center ice. Chasing it down will be Kaufman. Kaufman goes down at the high slot. Puck stayed there with a second. Shot goes off of a leg in front. And SQ has it go right past her through the slot, and a collection of bodies will land on top of the crease. I don't think the goal entered the goal zone.
I don't think so. If it did, the referee had already blown the play dead, so it's going to be a no goal on that if it had crossed the line. But Colorado, really, really dangerous there. They lost sight of the puck. They had pretty much the entire team in between that puck and the net there for a while, but for whatever reason just lost where the puck was. Couldn't figure out what was happening. Couldn't get that puck cleared out of the zone. So really lucky to escape with nothing on the board there.
5 minutes remaining in the first period. 0-0. Thank you for everyone tuning on livestream.com. Chip through the high slot. SQ will hang on for it. To the blue line it goes. It'll be sent in deep. Chasing after it for Colorado will be Hannafy. Hannafy will be pinned up against the boards by Hartcrow. Bailing her out of the corner will be Alyssa Wada. Wada will send it to the blue line, but it's kept in by the Rams. Walking the line and sending one on net is Sierra Dell as the puck will come out for Danos. Danos will lead the rush for Colorado. She'll backhand it. Madison Stevens will be the first one there for the Buffs. She tries to center one in front. It slips out to Hannafy. Hannafy sends one. It goes wide. Kept in, though, at the blue line by Dreher. Dreher to the boards, go to MacArthur. MacArthur and Sitterly are swarming against the boards. Into the corner is Dell. Dell will be chased there by MacArthur. Out to the blue line as the puck will be sent through the slot. Softly pushed against the boards, and Colorado will take it from the neutral zone. Ellie Dice. As the Buffs will touch it around the zone. Dice looking for a pass. She'll touch it to Sitterly. Sitterly will be pushed up against the boards by Mahana. Chipped up at the blue line. Onto the scene comes Abila. Abila will send one. It goes wide again. Sitterly, though, centers one in front to MacArthur, who sends one. It goes just wide again. Dice, though, will pick it up for Colorado. She's looking for a pass as the puck is held up against the side of the net. Nelson looked like she had it for a second. It slips free to Dice, and the Rams will send it out of the zone. Referee's got his hand up for delayed icing, and he'll call it off as Abila will come back and try to play it against the boards. It'll be kept up, though, by the Rams. To the corner it comes again. Out to the blue line to Nicholson. Nicholson will have it go off his skate at a funny angle, and out of the zone it goes to Patton. Patton will lose it. She'll swing at it as it comes out to the neutral zone again. Sitterly against the boards will go off for a change. She's been out there, seems like, for 3 minutes.
It's quite a long shift.
Abila will dump it in from the neutral zone. Nicholson for the Rams will play it against the boards to Amanda Gashik. From the blue line will be Hannafy. 2:44 remaining in our first period. Kept in by Colorado. Here's Hannafy. Hannafy will send it to the corner. Chasing after it will be Monica Patton. Patton will wrap it up there. Poked at by Moore. Moore, who just jumps onto the ice, looks for a centering pass. Waiting in the slot is Devin Sevitt. She'll go to the corner and chase after the puck. Rams will break out to neutral ice. Play to O'Neal. O'Neal had it just slip off of her stick, or well, she would have had a wide open slot. Played over the line now to Samlowski, who sends it just wide. Samlowski in down low. She'll do battle with Dreher. Out of the pile comes Devin Sevitt. She'll handle around a pair of Ram defenders. Looks out towards O'Leary. Her pass intended for O'Leary will be off the mark. And this one will go the distance for an icing call. Minute 58 remaining in our opening period. Really good back and forth. It doesn't really seem like one team has control of this game. It's up for grabs.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to pick a team, I would say Colorado State right now is playing just a little bit better than Colorado. But like you said, both teams playing really, really well. Back and forth, both teams have definitely had some chances, and that's why this period feels like it's just flown by.
Very few stoppages. Rams in deep in the Buffs territory, though. Centered in front, it's dangerous. No one's there to cash in, though, for the Rams, as the puck will be played across the SQ. Puck is still loose in front. Referee's got the hand up. And I think we're going to get a penalty on... We're going to get a penalty. I'm not sure if it's on Colorado or Colorado State. Someone ran into the goaltender SQ. Now their box is open, and now it's going to be... It will be the Rams. It'll be Alicia Ziff. So Ziff will come off 2 minutes. It looked like it was an elbowing call, so Colorado will get the first power play of the young game. Just over 18 minutes into this contest, scoreless. So Colorado will go on the power play. They'll win the draw. Dice will cycle it to the corner. Really good cross-ice pass to Wada. Wada now to Sitterly down low. Shot from Dice goes just wide. MacArthur plays it in behind to Sitterly. Sitterly will escape the defense. Looks for a zone. She'll send one in herself. Save. Rebound all the way out to the blue line. A good seeing eye save, though, by Nelson. Sitterly had a clear shot at the net. To Dice. Dice will bring it into the zone. She's got Sitterly and MacArthur to her left. She'll look for a center one to Sitterly. Oh, and it's just off the skate of Sitterly, and the Rams will send it all the way down the ice. Buffs probably will go up for a change here, as Sitterly will go to the bench. She'll exchange with Alex Moore.
Colorado's had two good centering looks in this power play so far.
Picked up by Art. Art on the forecheck for the Rams did a good job to kill some penalty time. 52 seconds remaining in the period, 1:09 on the Buffs power play. Rams will slam it all the way down the ice. That's Kelly French. First one to it will be Hannafy. Hannafy will chip it off the boards. It comes to Patton. Patton will have it taken away from her and sent in deep by O'Neal. 36 seconds remaining in our first period. Alyssa Wada looks for a long ice pass. She'll connect with Patton. Patton will tail back into her own zone, and she'll pick up some speed as she crosses neutral ice. Into the zone she comes. 20 seconds remaining. Patton deep in the corner looking for a pass. She has Devin Sevitt right there. Backhanded by Moore. And Nelson will hang out on top of it with 12.7 seconds remaining in our first period. Face-off will stay here in the zone. Again, 12.7 seconds. This power play will assumably carry over to the second period. The Buffs, though, have one more chance to get something going. Sevitt will cycle it into the corner. Patton with 2 seconds. And the buzzer will announce the end of our first period of play. No damage done for either team. Colorado will still have 18 seconds remaining on the power play when we start that second period. But Derek, a really good example of back-and-forth hockey.
Yeah, both teams playing really well in that first period. I don't think that, Colorado, they don't seem as anxious anymore. It seems like they're settling in some, getting some better looks. The power play certainly helped on that, Joe, but I think what I'm going to be excited to look for here in the first part of that second period is to see if they can keep that composure when they come back out. And then for CSU, they got to go back on the attack. It seemed like they, towards the end of that period, I'm not sure if it was tired, whatever, but they seemed like they slacked off just a little bit. And if they continue that trend, they're going to give Colorado a lot more opportunities than maybe easy opportunities, that is, than they would have otherwise gotten.
Alongside Derek Michelson, I'm Joe Paris. We're going to step aside, but after one period to play, Rams and Buffs scoreless from Boulder. We'll be back in 15 minutes with the second period here on livestream.com, sponsored by Radio 1190, KVCU Boulder. Welcome back to Boulder, Colorado. Start of the second period here from the University of Colorado Rec Center. Joe Paris alongside Derek Michelson here on Friday night, rivalry night in Boulder. Colorado will start the second period with a power play, still in the box, carrying over from the first period. And if you have any questions, you got something to say to us, or you got a shout out maybe, tweet at us on Twitter. You can find Derek at Derek Michelson, and you can find myself at Joe Paris. We love to read your comments and shout outs and questions. And also, if you want to check the, I think we have a live stream. We have a live stream page too. You can chat in the live stream box too if you want to do that. So. Also, make sure to stay tuned. Coming up after this game, immediately following, will be the men's game, Colorado versus Colorado State. That'll be over on the men's hockey channel. You'll just have to flip over on live stream. But we've got women's hockey right now, 0-0 game. Colorado will win the faceoff back, but it'll be dumped right back in by the Rams. And for any of you that missed the first period, Derek, what do you think best description of the first period would be?
I think a lot of it, Joe, was that Colorado was coming out with maybe a little bit of nerves there, and Colorado State came out and they kind of took advantage of it at the start. But towards the end of that first period, Colorado picked it up, definitely played a lot stronger, a lot more competitively. I think they calmed those nerves, and they're back in this. Good goalie play from both sides. I think both goalies have been alert and ready to play today, so probably will end up a low-scoring game unless just something crazy changes here in the next few minutes, but be interesting to see how this second period goes here.
Deep in the corners, Peterson will be centered in front. SQ will have to deflect that one away. Kasich from the boards. Moves it over to O'Neill. O'Neill will send it towards the Colorado net. Hannafy, though, will block it up there and move it to Hannafy. Now to Sitterly. Sitterly will lose it at the top of the circle. It'll be taken over, though, by MacArthur. MacArthur fires one on net. Saved by Nelson. Early opportunity for the Buffs as they'll send it in deep. Colorado will go for a change. Whitney Thomas will send one in. It'll be blockered in behind. Brown will grab it for the Rams. To the corner it goes. O'Neill will lose it as the Buffs are in deep. It's Alex Moore, the captain, who will chase after it into the corner. She'll be shouldered away as the puck will jump free against the boards, and the Rams will send it out to neutralize. Abila for the Buffs, though, will throw it right back in. Moore had touched it as she was moving in to the zone offside, so we'll have a whistle, and the face-off will come out to the neutral zone.
I think Moore thought that that puck was kept in. Looked like she was about to play it, try to make a turn and head towards the net. She would have had a good opportunity if that were the case, but unfortunately that puck just slipped over that line and offside was called.
Just underway in the second period from Boulder, Colorado. Scoreless game, 18-17 remaining in the second period. Sent in from center ice for Colorado by Whitney Thomas. First one to the puck will be Brown. Brown loses it. Will come to O'Leary. O'Leary will have it taken away from her. Up the boards it goes. Pinned up by a skate of Marissa Danos. Danos will now carry in behind. Sent away from her. Coming in from the blue line will be Thomas, though, to keep that one momentarily. A good play, though, by Harcrow as she'll move it up the ice. Mickey Harcrow will bring it all the way down to the corner. She'll cycle out of it and be met up by the defenseman, Kat O'Leary. Harcrow in down low. Now Abila will play it to the other side. Pass forward to Harcrow again. A shot on net is a save by SQ. To the blue line it goes. Chandler Art has it taken away by Danos. A good play by Danos to take away the shooting lane. Danos will carry it in behind. She'll finally get it out of the zone. She had tended to pass away to Kat O'Leary. The puck jumped over the stick there. Buffs go off for a change. Rams will recoil out to center ice. Grabbed there by Kaufman. Kaufman will push it to the corner. O'Leary flanked with Dreher. Dreher will lose it. Comes to Gayshik, who will center one in front. The shot goes wide of the Colorado net. Sitterly from the corner will leave it there. Pass in front. Block it away. MacArthur for Colorado will move it up the boards. Dice will chase after it as it sent in deep again. Kelly French sent it in to the corner. Moving with it up the boards and creating some space for herself will be O'Neill. O'Neill's shot blocked in front by MacArthur. Slapped at from center ice. Deep to the Colorado zone. Dreher will meet up in behind the net with Kelsey Abila. Abila will move away in the direction of Molly O'Neill. She'll try to advance it to Sitterly, who will grab it there as the puck will jump through neutral ice. A one-on-one with Sitterly. She'll move it to the left side of MacArthur. MacArthur backhands to Sitterly, and it's kicked away by Nelson. A really good passing play by Sitterly and MacArthur there. Almost warranted a Colorado scoring chance.
Those passes, if they were about another 2 inches closer to the bodies on that one and in towards the sticks, those would have been, that probably would have been a goal. They were both in great position. Both of them able to clear away from their defenders and get wide open on that break. And, just that one extra lucky bounce, and that one's in the back of the net.
The Rams ice the puck, so the faceoff will come all the way deep into the Colorado offensive zone. Line change. Devin Seat will take it for Colorado. She'll wrap up, try to get it to Moore. Moore will battle on along of the circle as the Rams will win that one and break it out to center ice. O'Neill lost it. Other way comes Patton. Patton plays over to Moore. Moore will play back into her own zone to Hanafy. Hanafy will escape the forecheck and advance it to Alex Moore. The captain brings it over center ice. She's flanked with Patton. Patton carries over the line. Using her shoulder to get a little bit of space. She swung on net. Nelson, though, did a good job to collect the angle. And a shot from the outside will be covered up by Megan Nelson.
Real good strong move by Patton there, trying to get underneath her defender, and was able to do it. Able to get a good shot on goal. Those are the shots that you want instead of just these chip shots from the blue line that we saw some of in the first period. Those are the shots that have the better chances, that have a good chance of going in the net.
Played out to the blue line. He blocked in front off of the skate of Peterson. Peterson will lead the rush for the Rams. They've got a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Peterson looking to the slot. Instead, she'll take it through herself. Sends one on net. Eskew with the save. She doesn't know where the puck is. It falls in behind them, and the Rams have scored. No.
Referee's waving it off.
Referee waved it off. It appeared that the puck might have snuck in behind Eskew, but the referee on top of it has waved it off.
I'm not so sure that puck ever crossed the line, Joe, because it was able to squirt out to the side there over to the corner. If that puck, if that puck had gone into the net, I'm not so sure that would have been able to do that.
The puck got in behind Eskew. We can't see from here if it went over that line, but some of the Rams thought it might have. Harker will take it from the slot. Fires one in the chest of Eskew, and she'll drop down and make the save and hang on.
Had a lot of body. Man, something stuck in my throat, Joe. But
probably that popcorn.
Might have been that popcorn at the intermission there, but had a lot of bodies in front of that net there on that shot that we thought might have gone in. Weren't really sure. What might have happened is one of CU's players might have seen that puck slide just in behind Eskew there, knocked it into the corner and saved that goal. CSU obviously trying to lobby the officials just with body motion to try to convince them to make that goal call.
No video replay. We didn't even have a good angle if there was.
Yep.
So the game remains scoreless. 14:29 remaining in the second period. Colorado will skate back into their own zone. They'll turn it over on the forecheck, though. Rams doing a really nice job as Harcrow from the corner will center one in front. Nobody home for the Rams. Kept in at the blue line, though, by Simlowski. Simlowski will wrap around the boards as Harcrow will go after it. She'll fall down on top of the puck as Colorado will advance it forward to Sitterly. Sitterly and MacArthur will lead the rush for the Buffs. Sitterly will chip it forward. To the corner it goes. Dell will take it for the Rams. She'll wrap it around to the near side where Kaufman and Art had a shot at it. Dreher will keep it at the blue line. Harker will backhand it off the boards. MacArthur will carry back over the line. She's got Sitterly on the left and said she'll take a shot herself. High off the glass it goes. Bursting onto the scene will be Patton. Patton tries to center one through the slot. Puck will jump free as it was deflected off of a defender's skate. Now Sitterly will pick it up inside the Colorado zone. Sitterly to the corner she goes. She'll center one in front, and it's picked off just at the last second. A really good stick there by Avery Kaufman. Otherwise, it looked like someone from Colorado could have stepped up and been wide open in the slot. Abila from her own corner. She'll backhand it along the way. Thomas for Colorado tries to move it forward. Kept over, though, by Gashik. Move forward to Alex Moore. Moore, if she has some time, she'll have to work around two defenders. And she'll have it taken away by O'Neill. O'Neill will play it out to center ice. It'll be a race for the puck. Gashik will chase after it. Played safely away, though, by Abila. Ping pong through neutral ice. Moore will shoulder up against the boards. The puck will escape in front of the Colorado zone. And back to Brown it goes. Brown will send one through some traffic. Now come over to Abila. Abila tries to slide it through the neutral zone. It'll be blocked there by Gashik. Gashik will swing at it. Now kick at it. Free it goes to the corner. Lindy Thomas will take possession. She'll walk the red line as she'll move it to Moore. Moore will be consumed by a triple team of Rams before it finally comes free again. At the circle, it'll spin its way out to the blue line. O'Leary doing work right in front of the CSU bench. 2 white jerseys, 2 green jerseys. Poked free by the white jerseys. Devin Seat will take it over. She's got a one-on-one. She'll dangle through on the edge of the blue line. She'll take a hack at the leg as she'll advance it forward into the corner. Ziff will take it for the Rams. She'll move it up the boards. 12 minutes remaining in our second period. With some speed is Mahana. She'll throw one on net. And Eski will stay on top of it.
Joe, one of the things that I'm noticing is for either of these teams to get an advantage, and both of them have been struggling with it a little bit here, but for either of them to get an advantage, I'd like to see a little more tape-to-tape passing going on. So far, a lot of passing has been either a little too far out in front, maybe in the skates. Players have had to try to maneuver in uncomfortable ways to get those pucks. If one of these teams can start making some of those passes a little crisper, a little more timely, they'll be able to get some of these chances that so far we haven't seen quite as many in this period.
O'Leary will send it all the way down the ice. Rams will have to chase back into their own zone. Chandler Art will take it there. Danis on the forecheck will break it up. O'Leary and Danis will chase after it as Dreher will come to the puck. 2 forechecking Rams will consume to the corner. A coordinated effort as the puck will come out to the blue line for Danos. Danos, who again had 2 goals against Lindenwood Bellevue a few weeks ago. Centered in front over now to Wada. Wada will leave it there for Danos. Danos will leave it back out to the blue line for Hannafy. Hannafy sends it back to Danos. In the slot, it's there. And Nelson does a good job to jump on top of that one because there was 2 Buffs emerging right at her.
Yep, puck was sliding right in at her, and 2 Buffaloes were chasing it down. Had that puck gotten any closer without her jumping on top of it, it could have been a really dangerous situation. And luckily, she was able to jump out of that crease, though. Put her glove on top of it and save the potentially dangerous play.
Deep to the corner, it goes for Dice. Dice will play behind to MacArthur, and the Rams will look to break it out. Dice, whose father and brother are sitting a section over from us watching the game. Dice's brother, Dak, actually plays for the men's team. He's on injured reserve right now, but is hoping to make a return to the ice, I think, next semester. And he'll be sent all the way down the ice. Other siblings that play hockey. Hannah Simlowski's brother actually, I think it's her twin brother actually, plays hockey at Fort Lewis down in Durango. A lot of brother-sister combos throughout the ACHA, I've heard.
Yep.
A few here. I know there's one on Lindenwood Bellevue. It's one of those things. It's a family thing.
Yeah, it's a family affair.
Buffaloes will lead up the ice. It's Monica Patton who brings it over the line. MacArthur's there with her. Play to the corner. Patton will get there first. Corralled, though, by Kelly French. French will move it to the far side. Off the boards it goes. Kept in at the blue line by Colorado. Played to neutral ice. Out it comes. Kaufman will chase after Dreher, as Dreher will carry as she picks up some speed and moves it to sit. Moore will bring it over the line. She comes in off sides, though, as it was touched by Seat.
I think puck just jumped over her stick there a little bit as she was trying to cross into the offensive zone. So it stayed about a step behind her, actually, and her skates crossed over. Even though she reached back, still going to be offsides every single time.
9:35 remaining in the second period. It's been over 30 minutes of hockey, and we have yet to have a puck land in the back of the net. Colorado State got close earlier in the period. Referees ruled, though, that puck did not enter the net.
Haven't been any dull moments either, though, Joe. That's the thing that you get with the rivalry is sometimes, every game, doesn't matter what game it is, what sport it is, has its ebbs and flows, and this one seems to have been pretty much full pace the entire time so far. I haven't really seen anything that would indicate otherwise.
Art will flip one on net, and then she'll flip into the net as Eski will make the save and get out of the way. 9:06 remaining in the second period. You're really waiting for a team to make a mistake because that's what it's going to be. The first team to make a mistake might lose this game 1-0.
Yeah, and those are always the worst games in a way for the players anyway, because that's one of those situations where you're trying your best and you maybe make that one little simple error or mistake and your team loses because of it.
And Arts is going to go to the penalty box for the Rams, so this will be the second power play for Colorado. 0 for 1 on the night. Didn't really get anything going on the inaugural power play of the evening. But now on the second attempt, Colorado will try something else. Ellie Dice will backhand it into the corner. I didn't hear the call for Art as they'll announce it now. It might be goaltender interference.
That's what I think I heard, Joe. It wasn't super clear, but it sounded like goaltender interference.
Rams will send the puck down the length of the ice with 8:46 remaining in the period. A minute 38 on the power play for Colorado. Chandler Art in the box for the Rams. Second power play for Colorado. Deep in the zone is MacArthur. MacArthur will backhand it all the way down the length of the ice. Sitterly will chase after it. It was deflected as it traveled down the surface, so icing was called off. Sitterly in the corner. Will try to free it up along the boards to MacArthur. Abila will go back and forth. Now she'll move it to the blue line to Hannafy. Hannafy a touch pass to MacArthur. MacArthur back to Hannafy as it slid through the top of the slot and broken up by O'Neill. O'Neill will meet up against the boards alongside Abila. Puck kept it at the blue line by Patton. Patton will keep it. She'll look over to MacArthur with a one-timer and a save by Nelson. A really good shot. Great one-timer opportunity as the puck will slip along the board lines. Thomas will keep it. It'll come out and looks like Coppin's going to have a one-on-one with this. Avery Coppin, she brings it in short-handed. Save by Eskew. A really good play, though, by Avery Kaufman.
Yeah, I mean, she was visibly frustrated with her result there at the end of that breakaway, slamming her stick behind the net, but definitely had an extreme opportunity going in one-on-one against the goaltender, but a phenomenal play. I'd like to see Colorado get a little more aggressive on the power play, too. I know there was they started to get a couple shots there towards the end of that, right before that break for CSU, but I think that first little bit of it there, they seemed a little lackadaisical, maybe just trying to get their set, but if they come out these last 15 seconds of the power play here and attack, I think they might be able to see a result that might make some of the players on Colorado's bench smile.
10 seconds remaining on the Buffs power play. They had a really good one-time opportunity deep in the zone, but as the Rams have sent it deep into the Colorado defensive half, the power play will expire. Buffs fall to 0-2 on the night on the power play. Chopped at from center ice by Semlowski. Eskew will play it to the corner, chasing after it. It'll be Hannafy. Hannafy will lose it. Rams are swarming now. A little bit of momentum coming off of the killed power play. Kelly French will chase after it for the Rams. Held up against the boards. Thomas and French as the puck will be sent all the way to the other side where Danos will converge with Kaufman. To the blue line it goes. Nicholson through some traffic. It's deflected in front. It almost made it through. It actually hit the body of Art as she was crossing over. O'Neill will send one through some traffic again. Nothing doing there. French had the puck jump over her stick, and she'll poke at it. Along the boards, send it across. Rams with their longest sustained possession of the period as Nicholson will softly put one on net, and Eskew will cover up.
Colorado State, like you were saying there, with a lot of momentum after that power play there, they were able to kill that off, and I think, if memory serves me right, I didn't keep it tally, but I think Colorado only really got one shot on goal during that entire power play, which that's a little frustrating for them. You can't be too happy with that because that is your opportunity. You have an extra skater on that ice in one sense, and to only get one shot, that's got to be tough for the Buffaloes, but for the Rams, like you said, it's given them a lot of momentum, and let's see if they can turn that into something here.
5:55 remaining in the second period. Maria Dolly sent it down the length of the ice for the icing, so faceoff comes back into the Colorado defensive zone. 0-0 game through almost two complete periods. O'Leary will win the faceoff, and she'll carry it as she's trailed by 4 Rams. She'll be held up along the boards as she entered the zone offsides. Neither team really able to take control of this game. It's still 50-50 out there.
Yep.
Both teams will go off for a change. It'll be Leah MacArthur alongside Kay Sitterly and Ellie Dice, the number 1 line for Coach Hazelton. MacArthur will win it back. Played across to Thomas. Thomas will carry back into her own zone as she's chased down by Art, forcing a pass. We'll come now to Abila. Abila will lose it to MacArthur. MacArthur will send it off the boards. Dice was there. She'll poke at it. She's got it now, and she's got a 2-on-1 with Sitterly, and it just jumps over her stick. Boy, that would have been dangerous.
Yep, the big opportunity there. That puck had been a little less chattery, and Dice could have controlled it a little better there in that neutral zone. That could have been a huge, huge break for CU.
Sitterly will take a pass from center ice and try to get into the zone. Her puck was deflected, though. Buffs still have it. Dice looking for a centering pass. She'll cycle into the corner. Hartcrow will push up against there as Sitterly will meet up along the boards with Brown. Sitterly, though, will move it to the corner. Sending it to the top of the blue line for Hannafy. Hannafy sends one through some traffic. Hit Dice in the leg. She tries to backhand it on the doorstep. And the Rams will send it out of the zone.
That actually might have hit Dice right in the gut somewhere. She's kind of keeled over, just barely made it over to the bench for a sub. She looks like she's pretty visibly injured right now over there.
Sam Lowski for the Rams will take it forward. But the Buffs will send it all the way back down the other end as Brown will touch up for icing. 4:32 remaining in the second period. Live from the CU Boulder Rec Center. Joe Paris alongside Derek Michelson. Part one of our Friday night rivalry series.
Yep. It's going to be a long night, but a fun night. Excited.
Rams will win the draw. Face off. A shot on net is saved by Eskew. She'll leave it in behind. Thomas wrapped up along the boards. MacArthur there behind her. Rams come out of the pile with it. Centering in front. A dangerous opportunity. Dell almost could have set that one free. MacArthur will lead the rush for Colorado. She'll leave it for Patton. Patton will wrap it around the boards. Gashik will take it for the Rams. Waiting for it at the blue line, though, was Hannafy. She'll send it back into the zone. It's played for dangerously by Patton. And she almost snuck through there.
Yep. Good to be alert as a goalie, Joe. You never know when that puck's going to be on top of you. And both goalies have had plays like that tonight where had they not both been paying attention, kind of just expecting the puck to go the proper direction, there could easily be a 1-1 score right now. But both goalies prepared and ready for those pucks to come their way.
3:59 remaining in the second period. Buffs trying to negotiate their way in the zone. Nothing doing there as the Rams will clear it. Played off the boards. Ziff will chase after it for the Rams. Sent off the boards, though, by Hannafy. Exchange through the neutral zone before it'll be backhanded all the way into the corner for Peterson. Hannafy will meet up down low. Ziff didn't win that battle as it plays all the way out to center ice. From center, French will touch it up. Into the zone comes Colorado. It'll be Seibert. She'll send it in down low. 3:17 remaining now in the second period. Rams look up the ice. O'Leary will chase after and cause a turnover in the neutral zone. Jesse Rogers will play it across the ice. Swung through the neutral zone. Back for it goes Whitney Thomas. Thomas will try to get her over to O'Leary. O'Leary will grab the puck and advance it for to Danos. Danos will move up the ice. Poke check from behind. Puck loose through the slot. Still there at the circle. And finally Hartcrow will take it for the Rams. Hartcrow will move up with some speed. She'll try to work around Thomas. Thomas, though, a good job to poke it away from her there. The other way come the Buffaloes. It's Alyssa Wada. Wada over center ice. Plays it around the defender. Will chase after it into the corner. She'll meet up down low with Brown. Melly Brown will win that one and play it to the board. Sitterly, though, will pinch in and grab it there. She'll try to soccer it forward to herself. But the Rams have cleared the zone again. It seems that no matter what team it is, it's advanced in, wrapped up in the corner, and sent back out to center ice.
Yep. Lately, not a lot of good opportunities in these last few minutes. That was a decent one there, though, that wraparound try. But, Joe, just a quick impromptu sort of injury update. Looks like Dice is back standing up on the bench. Pretty alert, looking at the play, looking like she's trying to get back in. So it looks like she'll be all right.
Puck deflected off of a skate slightly, so icing is waved off. As Kelly French will come back into her own zone. French will play it off the boards. Comes out to Gashik. Gashik will be chased down by Seibert. And we gloved by Claudia Eskew.
Both teams look like they're playing a defensive game right there as that puck wrapped around the boards and came back out. Colorado had 3 players with a 4th kind of sort of committing back to already go back to defense. So, and I've seen CSU do some similar things. So I think both teams trying to play a more defensive game. maybe trying not to let that mistake happen that we talked about earlier, and hopefully just waiting for that opportunity to capitalize on it in the other direction.
1:34 remaining in the second period. Boy, we've had close to 40 minutes of hockey and still no goals.
No.
Or I guess a defensive battle, you would call that. Played up the ice. Moore will chase after it as it's kept in the zone, though, by the Rams. Rams are offsides, so they'll have to clear the zone, giving Colorado a chance to move it up the ice. Slid through the neutral zone, picked up by Ziff. Ziff will dump it in. Mahana will come after it. Sliding it away is Dreyer. Dreyer will grab it there. Touch pass from Patton is picked up by Moore. Moore will bring it over the line. Sends one towards the net. Broken up in the slot. Moore, though, from behind will send another one through. A minute remaining. Slashing out are the Buffaloes. Moore moves it to Patton. Patton will center one in front. And picking it off there will be O'Neill. O'Neill will take it herself. She's got 1-on-2 numbers. No Rams trailing the play as they go off for a change as O'Neill can't handle around. And she's actually going to be rewarded with a penalty there.
Yeah.
They're going to get Colorado on an interference call, so it'll be Colorado State that'll get their first power play of the night. So their first chance, Colorado has been 0 for 2 tonight. Really only one good opportunity in the 4 minutes of power play time, so we'll see if the Rams have something in mind.
Molly O'Neill, big difference in this game here at CU last year when the Buffs and Rams played. So it'll be interesting to see if maybe she picks up her game a little bit. Maybe that hit inspires her to maybe try to get one back, but put it on the board instead of put a goal on the board instead of a player into the boards.
Broken up by Sitterly, and Sitterly's going to have a break if she can hurry. She'll play it over to MacArthur. MacArthur over the line. She took some contact, and that's going to draw another penalty, so we should be able to go 4-on-4 here, and that we will, a tripping call. So that'll nullify the power play for the Rams. Coming off the ice is Hannah Somlowski. So we'll go 4-on-4 with 16.9 seconds remaining in the second period. That was a really good play by Sitterly and MacArthur to lead it up the ice shorthanded and draw the penalty.
Yeah, she, that was an effort play is what that was. Sticking with that puck, even though she was turned around, saw one of her teammates skating by her trying to make that break and was able to get the puck to her. Pretty good pass, and that was one of those where you just take advantage of that opportunity if it's given.
O'Neill will leave it back in the corner for French as time will wind off the clock here. And that is the end of our second period of play. When we return, a minute 25 of 4-on-4 before Colorado will have a brief power play. But, Derek, 2 periods gone by, no scoring. And again, it's a 50-50 game. It doesn't really feel like one team is controlling the action.
Yeah, I mean, Joe, I totally agree. I think this is one of those where, like we've said a couple times, it's gonna come down to this third period. Who really wants this game? And that's one of those where it's that rivalry game. So maybe that's a factor of motivation, and somebody can make something happen with that. Or maybe it's just one of those where an unlucky bounce gives somebody a victory.
This game may very well come down to who scores the first goal. But we're going to step aside alongside Derek Michelson. I'm Joe Paris. After 2 periods of play, we're scoreless in Boulder. We'll be back in 15 minutes with the third period. Don't go anywhere. You're tuned to the livestream.com. Tonight's broadcast sponsored by Radio 1190, KVCU Boulder. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Boulder, Colorado. Third period of action. Set to kick off from the CU Rec Center. We are scoreless after 40 minutes of play, Derek. Really, the first goal could be the only goal. I mean, we've seen some really good defense back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, both teams are playing really well right now. It'll be interesting to see what happens. It's going to be 4-on-4 hockey coming out here in this third period for a little bit. Got a couple penalties still on the board. CSU is going to take a little longer, so Colorado will get a power play opportunity there for just a handful of seconds to see if they can do something with that. But the other nice thing is this ice is going to be pretty open, Joe, because it's only going to be that 4-on-4 hockey. So it'll be really interesting to see if an aggressor team comes out and maybe takes a lead here.
Minute 25 of 4-on-4 action. And then Colorado will have a brief power play before we return to even numbers. Underway in the third period, and immediately you've got a referee's whistle. He was waiting. I guess the Rams had not been fully set, and they still had a skater on the ice who was getting onto the bench, so we'll do it again. It'll be the Rams that'll push it this one forward. Thank you for joining us. Third period, scoreless game, just underway. We are 4-on-4 for another minute 12. Played back and forth into the Colorado zone. Dreyer will come after it for Colorado. She'll look over to MacArthur. She'll hit MacArthur there as she'll reverse directions and move it up the ice. It's Hannafy. Hannafy will have it taken away from her, though, by Sierra Dell. MacArthur, though, will come back up for it for Colorado. Handles into the zone, but sent right back out by the Rams. 45 seconds remaining of 4-on-4. Through the neutral zone it goes. Dell will wrap up with Sitterly. Sitterly will try to muscle her way through as she goes down. Backhanded across the ice. Rams walk into the zone. It's Mahana who sends one on net. And it'll be grabbed by Claudia Eskew. 28 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4. 19:03 remaining in our scoreless third period. Peterson will lose the draw as Colorado will win it back. Across to Hannafy. Hannafy will move it along the boards. Stalled up there, though. The Rams will try to play it out. Pass intended for Rodgers will escape out into the neutral zone. 10 seconds remaining of 4-on-4. Over the line is Peterson. Peterson has it poked away. And here comes Colorado. It's Caitlin Hannafy. Hannafy will bring it in wide. She'll send one on net. Gloved out of the air by Nelson. And it'll bounce in behind. Colorado now on the power play for 15 seconds. Into the corner it goes for the Rams. Moved up the boards for Peterson. And Peterson will get it out to neutral ice. This is technically Colorado's third power play of the night. Although it's only 15 seconds long and it just expired. Colorado now 0 for 3 on the night. But they have possession. It's Patton. Patton will drop it to Thomas. Thomas in front over to Moore from the corner. French will swing it off the boards. And Colorado will chase down after it. This one will go for an icing call.
Joe, through 2 periods of play, the shots on goal were before these couple we've gotten here in this third period, where Colorado had 18 and CSU had 17. So, and that's what the official scorekeepers across the rink from us had. So, went down and checked with them at the intermission there. So, definitely proof that it's been a pretty evenly matched game. So, this isn't a battle of necessarily. We said it a couple times, it's not necessarily a battle of who's better, but maybe who makes that first mistake.
I mean, these two teams, very clearly are evenly matched, about as evenly matched as a hockey game as you can have. I mean, to stay scoreless for that long in a game.
And there's been chances, too. That's if anybody's just tuning in, it's not like there haven't been any chances, and both teams have just been slapping the puck back and forth.
There's been a few. There hasn't been a lot of chances. Gashik will center it in front. It'll be broken up in the slot, though. It looked like O'Neal might have had a really good shot to move through the slot with that one, but broken up. Kat O'Leary will send it up to Danos. Played off the boards, kept up by O'Leary. O'Leary will move it in favor of Gashik. Gashik will take it from her own zone. She'll try to chip it out in front of her boards. Danos will break it up. Backhanded in by O'Leary. Buffs will go off for a change. Puck will be moved now back into the Colorado zone. It'll be Ellie Dice. Dice will send it across to Abila. Abila will advance it forward to Sitterly. Sitterly will turn it over to MacArthur. It'll be a 2-on-1. MacArthur's got Dice with her. She sends it across the slot. It goes just off the mark. Dice will catch up to it along the board. She'll move it out to the blue line for Thomas. Thomas will send it into the corner. Sitterly with the first one there. She'll look out to Abila at the blue line. Instead, she'll send it back into the corner herself. Waiting for it there was O'Leary. She'll be pinned up against the boards. Taking over will be Semlowski. Semlowski will send it all the way down. First one to it will be O'Neal. O'Neal walks in. Tries to handle around. She does. Backhand save by SQ. Rams, though, still deep in the zone. Sent on net. I think SQ got a piece of that one as MacArthur will corral it out of there. Out to the blue line it goes. Kept in and back into the corner. Abila will chase after it for Colorado as the Rams will go off for a change. Down there battling is Thomas. Thomas tries to get it to Sitterly, and Sitterly will clear the zone. Rams will clear. Firing one on net is SQ will grab that one was Hartcrow with 15:59 remaining in our third period, still scoreless.
SQ just looking super comfortable, Joe, on that breakaway for O'Neal. She had a pretty good chance, but SQ just stayed calm and right with it the entire time. She didn't try to anticipate anything. She just reacted and let the play come to her. Played a really good, solid position play there, and then on that shot, just simply, easily grabbing it with the glove out of the air and just making a easy play, waiting for that faceoff to come back.
Dell will send it to the circle, backhanded, deflected off of a few sticks. In behind it goes. Patton trying to clear it from the corner. Sipe will take it up the ice for Colorado. 15:36 remaining in our third period. Centered in front, and it goes just wide. Monica Patton just didn't get all of it. It looks like she kind of got a piece of it and just pushed it wide, but a good chance for Colorado. See, the entire men's team is lined up along the glass watching the action. They'll play next over on the CU men's channel on live stream. Make sure to check out the action. That one set to play at 7:30.
Maybe push back, Joe, if we don't get a goal here in regulation. We'll
that
have to
is
go to
true.
Overtime.
I'm not mad if we go to overtime. That's exciting. Rivalry overtime hockey.
Yep.
It's as good as it gets.
Friday night rivalry.
Friday night rivalry from Boulder. In front of backhand, and they score! Colorado State will break in, I believe, finessing through with Sarah Peterson. And really turning something out of nothing. The puck kind of just jumped free. And Peterson, the backhand, stuck it over the blocker of SQ, and it's 1-0 Rams. Something, out of nowhere. But either way, 1-0. Buffs now need to respond.
That classic broadcaster's curse there, Joe. We're talking about overtime, and maybe 6 seconds later, CSU finds the back of the net there.
That was uncanny how quick that happened. Man, if Colorado loses 1-0, it's all on us.
Yep.
Colorado came in offsides, so the faceoff will stick to the neutral zone. It's Dice out there with MacArthur, alongside Kay Sitterly. The number one line out there for Coach Hazelton, trying to see if they can strike back quickly. All right, CSU leads 1-0 with 14:42 remaining in our third period. Faceoff will come into the Colorado zone. Now, if you've seen a defensive look from both teams, you're going to see an even more so defensive team now from the Rams. With a 1-0 game where time and space have been one of the rarest things out there on the ice.
Yeah, they're just going to, what I expect them to do based on what we've seen in this game so far is just to keep sending players back and maybe even keep a safety at all times. And you just saw it right there on that play. One of the players immediately, the second it looked like CU was going to get that puck, he started skating right back to the defensive zone.
Oh, Brown got all the way back into her zone, before anything could develop for Colorado. Along the boards, though, is Hanafy. Hanafy has it taken away as the Rams, if they hurry, will have a 2-on-1. Chasing after it will be Gashuk. Gashuk will track down Dreyer. Dreyer takes over for Colorado. 14:10 remaining in our third. Dreyer will handle around one defender, move it to her teammate up the ice before Patton will corral it here. Patton into the corner. Will shoulder her way all the way into the corner on the near side of the ice. Try to center one in front. Danos out there will be held up alongside Gashuk. Down low it goes. Dale will come after it for the Rams. She'll play it to the boards. Kept up, though, by Abila. Abila has it skate past her. Whitney Thomas will try to send it in deep. Glove down, though, to Danos. Danos can't quite negotiate her way through traffic. Dell was right on top of her, and she pokes it free. But Danos, though, takes it from the top of the circle. Taken away again. This time from O'Neal. O'Neal's played a really good defensive game. Alex Moore can't control it as this one will go all the way back into the zone. Icing killed off, though. Along the boards, it's played back and forth. And the Rams will skate back into their own zone. 13 minutes remaining. 1-0 game. Rams just jumped on top a few moments ago. Hells it at the blue line for Art. Art will chase after it in down low. She'll be met up along the boards by Wada. Canos throws it off the boards, but it's kept in by Rogers. Rogers will send it through. Blocked off in front. Abila into the corner. Centered in front. Kick though in behind the Colorado net again. Abila will try to get it out of the zone to O'Leary. Kept in though at the blue line again. Nicholson will walk it to the right side. Bounces through the slot as Maria King will send it out to the blue line again. Saved by Eskew from the point. King again moves it over to the backside to Peterson, who sends one on net and a glove saved by Eskew.
Knocked it right back down between her legs and was able to clamp it. Prevent that puck from finding the back of the net. Joe, here's where that inexperience for Colorado is going to come up big potentially. You know, as much as Coach Hazelton loves that line and loves the effort that those girls are putting in, a lot of it is going to come down to, do they have the discipline and the experience to be able to, on a rivalry night game on Friday night, be able to come up with a victory? And that's going to be the real tough test here. And for CSU, conversely, this is where that veteran talent is going to help them most in this game, is dealing on an away game with the crowd's pretty even, but there are Colorado's starting to trickle in some more fans for the men's game tonight. So in what is technically a hostile crowd, are they able to keep their composure and maintain the lead?
Sidderly will take it. You can tell Colorado showing a little bit of desperation there. Sidderly will backhand it away. MacArthur will chase after it alongside Harcrow. MacArthur will win that battle as Harcrow will tackle her over on top of the circle. Both look to the officials to see if there was a call. There is no. Puck played all the way back to Hanafy. Hanafy will carry it. Harcrow will chase after her. Leaves the puck for Sidderly. Sidderly to the corner, has it taken away from her. MacArthur along the boards will look over to Dice. Instead it was touched by Hanafy. Hanafy sends one through some traffic. Sidderly into the corner. 11-17 remaining in the third. 1-0 Rams. Rivalry night in Boulder. Through some traffic. A good kick save by Nelson. Sidderly looks out to the blue line. Instead she'll cycle it in down low for Dice. Dice will pick it up in the corner by Brown. Centered in front. Loose there along the side of the net. Nelson looked like she might try to grab it. Instead will go to the corner. Gashik will skate around in behind. Patton will chase her down. Patton creates a turnover. Shot on net. Save by Nelson.
Colorado playing noticeably faster there in that series. Doing a lot better job staying aggressive, and staying aggressive consistently, not just one or two quick rushes or quick plays, quick shots, and then just going back and playing defense. That time they're sticking with it, and they're getting several good looks. A couple of really good chances on that play.
10:45 remaining in our third. Moore will chase after it as Gashik will take it along the board. She can't quite get it out on the first attempt, but does on the second. Chasing after it is Kaufman. Kaufman in a lone shot on the side of the net. I think Essie got a piece of that one. She almost had a straight breakaway. The puck kind of jumped away from her as she got into the zone.
I don't think she expected to be as open as she was, Joe. She seemed a little surprised that nobody was standing in front of her by the time she actually caught up to that puck.
Nelson will touch it in behind, leaving it in front. Patton right there on the doorstep. She can't pull the trigger as it slides to the corner. Oh boy, that would have been quite an opportunity there for Monica Patton. Just couldn't quite pull the trigger.
Great job keeping it in the zone by the Buffaloes, though.
Moore plays it to the blue line. Slapped at and broken up the other way. This is O'Neal. O'Neal fires one and it goes just wide on the breakaway. She was looking at that right post trying to tuck it in. Just missed. That could have been huge for the Rams, as we're going to get a tripping call, as it looked like O'Neal had her legs swept out from under her. And it will be the Rams going back on the power play. I believe it should be, as Alex Moore, it's Alex Moore who will go to the box. So it'll be the Rams' second power play of the evening. Their first one was cut short by a penalty of their own, which was really, I think, about 10, 15 seconds into it. So this will be their first full power play. 0 for 1, though, on the night. And they could, they could really make it a tough road here for Colorado if they could get one in.
Yep, exactly. If they can get a goal here, it's going to be real tough, especially with their talent. Colorado's talented, but again, that inexperience. at a 2-0 deficit as time is winding down in that third period. It's going to be really tough to overcome, Joe.
1:42 remaining on the power play, 9:21 remaining in our third. Centered onto the back door. No one was home for it. Is coming in from the point will be Nicholson. Nicholson will backhand it in deep. Hannafy will take it for the Buffs. Hannafy will backhand it towards Danos. Rogers, though, will push it right back in. Deep in their own zone is Colorado as Abila will finally swing one this all the way down the length of the ice. Danos will chase after it on the forecheck for Colorado. Minute 12 remaining on the power play for the Rams. 8:51 remaining in our regulation hockey game. Down the ice it goes. Referee will call off icing. It is collected in behind by Thomas. Thomas looking to gain some speed as she comes through the neutral zone. She'll blow by one defender, now a second. She'll be met up by Chandler Art into the corner, and Art will push it off as we're actually going to get a penalty now on Art. That'll be her second of the game, so just like it happened on the first power play for the Rams, it'll be negated by a penalty. So we'll go back to 4-on-4 for 52 seconds, and then Colorado will have a minute of 8 of power play time.
She just got a little too aggressive there riding along the boards, just a little too much body contact, and in the women's game, you're not allowed to do that. The ref's going to call that, and he's going to even it back up for now, and then, like you said, Colorado's going to get another chance on the power play. Let's see if they can do something with this one.
8:34 remaining in our third period of action. Thank you for joining us. We're live from the CU Boulder Rec Center. Sitterly misfired on that one, so it'll be the Rams' O'Neal who will bring it up the other way. O'Neal will put it in on net, and Eskew will decide to scoop that one up and hang on for the faceoff. 8:25 remaining in the third. 43 seconds remaining of 4-on-4 time before Colorado will have just over a minute of power play. And that minute and 8 seconds is very valuable. Into the corner it goes from O'Neal. Wrapped up along the boards. Comes out to Colorado. Played off the boards to Sitterly. Sitterly couldn't quite catch after it. Nellie Brown will skate back deep in her own zone. She'll be tracked down, though, by Sitterly. Sitterly on the forecheck will break it up in behind into the corner. Samlowski will send it around the other way. Kaufman will catch up to it for the Rams. 8 minutes even remaining. 16 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4 as it's brought in by O'Neal. O'Neal will chip it in deep. Going after it will be Dreyer. Dreyer will move the puck across to Leah MacArthur as we are now at a Colorado power play for a minute and 8 seconds as Moore will return to the ice. And there she is at the blue line. She loses her footing. Ram shorthanded will bring it in. Peterson will go to the corner as Abila will try to poke it away from her. Now Thomas will give chase. Sitterly will come to dig it out. 7:22 remaining in the third. 47 seconds remaining on the Buffs power play. Across it goes in their own zone to Whitney Thomas. Thomas will look out to center ice. And the puck will come free now to Moore. Moore unable to contain it. As Thomas now with Moore behind her. She'll leave it there for Alex Moore, the captain. Moore will sling one from the blue line. It goes wide. 23 seconds remaining on the power play. Carried by Gashik. Swung at. And this one will come all the way down the length of the ice with 15 seconds remaining on the Colorado penalty. Or power play, excuse me.
Colorado's got time for one more rush if they hurry, but looks like they're just going to let this power play run out and then try to get that goal at even strength.
Sent all the way down. Eskew will take it from her own line as we're back to even strength. 6:27 remaining in the third. 1-0 game. Can Colorado tie this one up? Case Italy will move it up the ice. From the top of the circle, she tries to pull the trigger. But coming down behind her was O'Neal. O'Neal has played an incredibly defensive game tonight. Very impressive.
Much different from the O'Neal we saw here last time these two played in late October last year. O'Neal, I think, had 3 goals that game. Tonight, like you said, playing a much more sound defensive game. And it was a great check there, preventing Colorado from getting that shot off or getting a pass across to one of the other streaking teammates.
5:48 remaining in our third period. Sitterly will receive a pass at center ice, but it's poked away from her. O'Neal tried to move it forward. Dice will send it in for Colorado. Buffs will go off for a change, at least some of them will. As the puck will hop out to center ice. Dice will leave it there for Abila. Rams are going to try to eat as much time as they can off of this third period clock. Abila will skate with it, looking to throw it off the boards. Taken away from Abila by McGuire, but it'll bounce over now to Wada. Alyssa Wada will bring it into the zone. She'll be shouldered up against the boards, and we're going to get a penalty on Colorado State. It'll be against Nicholson, and we're going to get an interference call. So Colorado will go on the power play. This will be their 4th opportunity, and Derek, this could be it. I mean, this is a huge opportunity for the Buffs.
Yep, and then going off the ice there, a little bit of argument by Nicholson as far as if that was actually a check or not with the official there. It was actually the line show she was talking to. It looked like line show was saying that she leaned into it, kind of angled her shoulder in, which is why Colorado got the call on that one and is able to go up on the power play now.
5:04 remaining in the third. Just underway on the power play. 1:55 remaining. 5-on-4 for the Colorado Buffaloes. To the blue line it goes to Hannafy. Hannafy to the near side. It'll be Wada. Wada looking down low for Sidderly. She'll hit her there. Sidderly will be pushed up against the board. She'll lose the puck and dive on top of it. Can't tell who she's wrapped up with down low, but there'll be Dice that'll come to bail her out. To Wada. She'll throw one on net. Deflected off of a stick. To the corner it goes. It's Dell who will try to get out of the zone, but it'll be kept in. MacArthur battling along as Sidderly will fish that one out from between her legs. To the blue line it goes to Wada. Wada back to Sidderly. Sidderly looking for his centering pass in front to Dice. It slips just past her. Kept in though. MacArthur to the blue line. Hannafy back to MacArthur. She'll send a slap shot, and it goes off of Sidderly to the corner. 1:07 remaining on the power play as the Rams have sent this one out of the zone. Coach Hazelton calling for Colorado to make a change. Errant pass from SQ will trickle out into the neutral zone. O'Neal will bring it in. A sliding Sidderly, though, will take it away from her. Now it's Monica Patton. Patton will bring it in wide. She goes flying down into the boards. She looks to be all right, though, as Patton will hop up. 40 seconds remaining on the power play for Colorado. Rams, though, will fly this one all the way down the length of the ice with 3:40 remaining in regulation. 30 seconds remaining on the Buffs power play. Colorado's got to get something going here. Patton, touch pass to Moore. Moore over to Abila. Abila will chip it over the line. Chasing after it will be Monica Patton. 18 seconds remaining on the power play. As the Rams again will send it down the length of the ice. Boy, they've played a very good penalty kill game tonight. Colorado's had 4 power plays. And really only 2 good opportunities on all 4 of them.
Yeah, only a couple opportunities that I can think of as well. So, but they're doing a great job just sending that puck and clearing it all the way down the ice.
Nicholson out of the box. So we're back to even strength with 3 minutes even remaining. It's the Rams. Up the ice is Gashik. She'll loft one on net, and Eskew will slide to her right. They catch it in her glove. 2:53 remaining in our third period.
Several of Colorado players, as they're skating off the ice there, just kind of bent over, just trying to catch a breath. So they got to be a little more aware, maybe in assessing themselves, and if they need a change, and trying to keep fresh legs, because this is the time when you're trying to get that goal back where you need those fresh legs. It's not about getting that point as an individual. It's about getting that goal as a team, so that way you can send this into overtime if you're Colorado.
Number 1 scoring line out there for Colorado. But the Rams again will put it in deep for the Buffs. Rams are playing a solid game here tonight. Up and down the ice. Colorado needs them to make a mistake, though. To the corner it goes again to Hannafy. Hannafy will look up the ice. She'll hit Sidderly. Sidderly a touch pass to Dice. Dice with a 1-on-2. She'll beat one defender. Kept it at the blue line at the last second by Hannafy. Held up there. Taking over will be Peterson, though. Peterson will chip it over the line. And the Rams had advanced it out to neutral ice. 2:06 remaining. Patton almost had a good look now on the second attempt. She'll walk in. She'll fire one. Kick save by Nelson. Nelson has been solid when called upon here tonight. At the blue line, Thomas will kick at it. She'll get it in down low. Backhanded away to Marissa Danos. Danos will send one from the high slot. Deflected off the body in front. Puck kept in by Colorado. A really good keep there by Whitney Thomas. She'll send it in down low. Going after it will be Patton to the corner. 1:33 remaining. We'll keep an eye on the goaltender rescue to see if Coach Hazelton will pull her. On the backside, it was Thomas. And the Rams will send it out, though, to neutral ice. 1:22 remaining. 1-0 Rams. Friday night rivalry. Played against the boards to O'Neal. To the boards. Again to Gashik. Wrapped up right in front of the Colorado bench. Puck will slide 3 to the center of the neutral zone. Samlowski plays it back to the blue line, walking across is Brown. Sitterly tries to poke at it with a minute remaining. Sent in deep by the Rams. You have to assume if Colorado will clear this zone, they'll send SQ to the bench. The Rams, though, still maintain possession, and they're trying to eat as much time as they can. MacArthur trying to get it out of the zone. Poked in front dangerously. Went wide of the net. 40 seconds remaining here in the third period. MacArthur will play at it. Now to Sitterly. Sitterly from behind her own net. O'Neal will chase her down. She'll try to get it out. Danis will run into a defender, and here comes Sitterly. Sitterly will lead the rush the other way. She's got MacArthur to her left. Sitterly will walk in. Backhanded across, and a sliding defender will break it up there in the slot. 20 seconds remaining. SQ still in the net. Alex Moore will backhand it to the side of the net. Oh, it almost went in. It was just on the side of the end line. And at the last second, Nelson was able to guide that one away. This one will come down the length of the ice for an icing call with 6 seconds remaining. Oh boy, that was Colorado's best opportunity all night. The puck seemed to be stuck in time as it slid to the right, but Nelson able to propel it forward.
Stuck in time, great word choice, Joe, because I was just about to say similar things. I mean, you and I were both sitting here looking at that puck. I mean, it almost felt like we had time to race down there and try to punch it in ourselves. I mean, that was sitting there for quite a while. Looks like we've got a timeout called here, but right before that timeout was called, when the players were starting to skate back down to line up, it looked like SQ was getting pulled in favor of that extra skater on the ice. So we'll see what strategy they come out with right out of the timeout, but faceoff's going to be down in CSU's zone. So 6 seconds left, but never say never. Colorado does have an opportunity here, so we'll see what happens.
The puck was iced, so we'll see if Colorado will just line up with 6 players in the zone and SQ on the bench.
I mean, she's physically in the bench. She's not even standing on the ice. Helmet kind of popped up, so it looks like that's the strategy they're going to go with. That may change. It looks like we have some communication right now between head coach Jamie Hazelton and the official, but just trying to see if I can tell by hand signals what they're talking about. We got a referee's hand up, so.
Well, I think Coach Hazelton wants to know what the delay was on the icing call. I mean, they waited for that puck to go all the way into the corner, and a lot of times you'll see officials call the icing call kind of as an impromptu icing call before the puck goes all the way down, especially late in a game like this. Wasn't the case. And the referee technically did his job there, waiting for the puck to cross the red line.
Well, and I'm making a couple assumptions here, and they're about to show us anyway what's going to happen, but it looks like they're going to bring this face-off to the neutral ice because it looked like the official was talking to the coach about Colorado actually had a high stick as that puck was clearing down the ice. The stick was raised a little too high, and that made the officials nervous, and it looks like they're going to face off right at the center dot.
So face-off will be at center. It'll be moved to MacArthur. MacArthur will bring it over 2 seconds. She'll move it to Sitterly. And that'll be the end of the game. Colorado State has come to Boulder and knocked off the Buffs 1-0 in a defensive battle. Only goal of the game from Colorado State, Sarah Peterson. The Buffs will get the day off tomorrow before these two teams will meet up again on Sunday at the Budweiser Event Center. Make sure to join us. We will be there with the live broadcast, 3 o'clock local time. Game 2 of our weekend rivalry will be coming up right around the corner. Colorado will take on Colorado State on the men's side, coming over on the men's hockey page on live stream. And go ahead and click on the out button. You'll be able to find that on the CMCI Boulder page. But Derek, any final thoughts on the contest?
You know, not a lot more than what we've talked about, Joe, already. It was just one of those where it was a tough game. Both teams played very, very well. Colorado put in a lot of effort, especially for being, like we've said many times, a younger team. They stayed tough. They stayed right with them, and you couldn't really ask a whole lot more. That was just one of those where CSU just got that break that we were talking about that one of the teams would have to get, and it just went their way tonight. All that Colorado can do is they can just come out with a lot of fire and passion. One player I would point out is for the Buffaloes was Patton, number 22. I can't even count how many times you called her name there towards the end of that third period. As she was constantly in on plays, it seemed like she just had limitless energy. So I think channeling some of that, whether she's the leader in that aspect or another player, but they just bring that full energy and they bring everything they got. And if they can do that, then they do have a really good shot up at the Budweiser Event Center, and they could even this series at 1-1 for the year.
Final score from Boulder, Colorado State Rams 1, University of Colorado Buffaloes 0. Join us again on Sunday, 3 p.m. on this same channel. On live stream, we'll have the entire game for you from Loveland. Alongside Derek Michelson, I'm Joe Paris. We're going to step aside, take a real quick break, and then we'll be live on the CU men's hockey page for Colorado versus Colorado State. That one set to, I think it's set for 7:30. So tune your monitors at 7:30, and if we're delayed, we'll let you know. Alongside Derek, I'm Joe. We'll talk to you Sunday. Thank you, and good night.